Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network, 1050 AM, 102.3 and 106.5 FM. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sport. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.
Welcome back, everyone. This is your host, Martha Razo, with the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. So my co-host, amazing Marie Wade. I'm so excited. So we were talking a lot about several things that you can do during a recession. I'm going to summarize just a few, very bullet point. Know timing, when to buy and sell. This is not just in real estate. This is in any product. Knowing your numbers, know your inventory very well. I mean, this should be all the time. Understand your break-even price, know your finances, referrals, connections, the power of collaborating rather than having a competing mindset and working against each other, looking around you, and guys, and also I said diversify your sources of income, because if one of them doesn't work, you have another one to fall back onto. And everyone who is a entrepreneur, business owner is aware that you should do this. And if you're not, make sure you find other sources of income and make sure you do something that makes you happy and you love, because don't do something you do not enjoy. So before we go into the power of numbers course, Marie, I know you have a background in numbers, so I want you to help me validate the importance of numbers. You worked with this before, and just tell us a little bit about your experience and the value that it brought to your clients.
Well, one is when you get to review your numbers, you will actually discover some few things that you're probably missing. You know, it could be a mistake, errors, because I remember when I was doing the analysis for a big hospital, they were posting some pricing that were incorrect. So we discovered another $30,000 that was just sitting in there just because we were auditing the numbers. So when you look at your numbers and you review it, you find so many opportunities that you can improve. Just the data alone might have some already errors. Then once you put it all together with the valid information, then you can start looking at the progress of your numbers on a monthly basis. And when you do that, you're able to see the growth, if it's going up or if it's going down. And if you have things that are going down, then you start asking questions. That is where the opportunity, where you start asking questions, and you'll be able to come up with some answers that are very valuable for your business. If you don't have the questions, you won't get the answers. And if you don't have the answers, you won't have any improvement in your business.
Yeah, that is so true. And you're talking about mistakes. So some of you might be thinking, oh, but I already have a bookkeeping system in place. I already do my books or have someone doing my books. But there's a lot of errors in the books. I mean, just for example, I receive payments, and a lot of times I get duplicate payments, and I have to call these people. Hey, you just paid me this before. Why are you paying it to me again? I mean, most people are not honest and will not tell them. They'll be like, okay, they gave me another $2,000. I mean, I've had even $38,000 that people paid me twice because they are not looking at their numbers. So you could be having a bookkeeping system, but if you are not looking at those numbers on a monthly basis, I always say at the very least on a monthly basis. I don't know if anyone's heard this, but reconcile with your bank, because even the banks make mistakes. I mean, the banks, they have a lot of transactions. So, I mean, I'm giving some credit that they have a lot going on too, but it's your job as a business owner to make sure that those numbers are exactly what should be in your bank. I mean, sometimes they accidentally take things that belong to another account, but they mistakenly take it from your account. So that is one point. And I just wanted to jump on what you said, because it happens more than you think. I looked at a statistic online. business owners, small business owners in the US are losing on average over $43,000 because of mismanagement and cash flow. Wow. $43,000, not 4,300, $43,000. And that's the basics. The basics is to have a bookkeeping system and to monitor those numbers to make sure that there are no errors. I mean, a lot of times people are paying twice, or they forget to pay and they pay more than they have to. The pricings are wrong. But the second layer, and this is the one, I mean, I can help with those things too. And I'm more than happy because that's part of my job too. But I go into this even deeper. This is not even your accountant does this. The strategic, the strategy of looking at your numbers in a monthly basis, targeting those expenses that you're basically giving money away. You're throwing money away. I mean, a very simple example, and I keep saying this one, is in our pallet company, we were spending so much money on trucks, truck repairs. And I decided to strategize and come up with a different method of spending in trucking. I mean, I have to spend in trucking because how am I going to transport my pallets? But I went on with a leasing option rather than having a mechanic. Mechanics have very bad reputation, at least in the trucking business, where they don't really fix things. So I went with the leasing option, and that fixed my cost for trucking, and it saved me in the course of a year about $80,000. So that's just one example. And you do this every month because it's like you're juggling balls, right? You can't control all of them at once. So I always try to say, look at 3 expenses that are really can be more efficient. All right. Then we look at 3 expenses, and then we look at your budget and we try to align that. That's just one example of the things we do. Another one, when we're talking about losing money and why are we getting paid late, there's a tool that's called process mining. So you can use this tool, and this is something I'm learning with my PhD. You can use this process mining tool to find out why there's delays in people paying you, especially if you're a big company that has over 10 people in the account receivables department. Then you will determine, like with that, is who is making the mistake or what policy is not being followed. So just in a nutshell, process mining, I will create a graph for you. One picture that outlines your entire operation, and you will see when there's deviations in your process, why there is a delay in your deliveries. Why is there a delay when you're receiving money? Why aren't you receiving your funds? Or why is there a mistake constantly when they're entering invoices? Or why, another great example is, why is there downtime in the office or in the production line? All these questions are very important. Optimizing your business process can be done through process mining. Yes, I go from simple creating your budget to creating your business plan to creating strategies, even into deeper data analysis to creating process maps to optimize your business process. I mean, I am a lover for data, and really data will tell you where you were, where you are now, and where you can go. And if you don't look at the numbers before, in the middle, and after, you're not going anywhere. There's a few people that do get lucky, but I mean, just look at Amazon, guys. Look at Netflix. They're so big because they have statisticians, data scientists, analysts working really hard. The rich hire smart people, and you can hire someone like me, like the rich do. And I'm super brainy and super woman, because not only do I know the intellectual part of data, I know business. I've been very successful with business. I mean, who grows a $10 million company when they're 27? So just going into my course, I promised you I was going to talk about my course. So really quick, it's a 6-week course. You can find it on my Instagram or my Facebook, or you can call me 312-523-5561. Once again, that's 312-523-5561. For a third time, 312-523-5561. So what is my 6-week course? So I show business owners the numbers that they need to look at. I mean, I just told you a few. I actually develop calculators that no one has. No one has. Amazon doesn't have them. Netflix doesn't have them. I developed these calculators for business owners to know important numbers in a snap. I mean, statisticians will take hours or even weeks, even months, depending on the data. You will have a click in the button to determine these numbers. So you get access to my calculators. There's 3 of them. I call them the master calculators. And you also will create a portfolio, because I mentioned earlier, right now you want to use other people's money. You want to keep your money reserved for an emergency. So I will help you create a portfolio with all the numbers so you can attract investors. So investors invest in you so you can continue multiplying and expanding your business, even during a rainy day like the recession. This is very exciting. This is the first time I'm doing this course, and you're going to be the very first who actually have access to my calculators. I'm going to start charging expensive for them after this course. So make sure that you contact me to get more information. So once again, this is your host, Martha Razo, with the Fabulous Lifestyle radio show with my amazing co-host, Marie Wade.
Thank you,
everyone,
Martha.
round of applause. You got so much information. We're going to create a book because this is not found anywhere else than on this radio show.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network, 1050 AM, 102.3 and 106.5 FM. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.